Another day in the Matrix, waters above crypto. Looks like yesterday's video title was appropriate. We have experienced a pullback across the board for all of the cryptocurrencies. And this is where I start to get really excited for buying opportunities in the middle of a bull run. And yesterday's video I was warning everyone and I was leaning short-term bearish after several confirmations Bitcoin was giving me. Again, like I've said in all of my videos, when Bitcoin moves, it will bring the rest of the altcoins along for the ride. And of course, when you make a video being bearish, people start coming out of the woodwork with reasons why and news, but those of you who took the red pill knew that I had your back, and I was giving you the facts I saw in the charts days before the news came out. Please remember, news equals north, east, west, south, and it's why I call it the broken compass. The news is designed to get you lost, distracted, and keep you asleep. But those of you that are here, you found my work, you've gravitated towards this direction because you're one of the chosen ones. You're the high vibrational spirits that were seeking truth, and you asked for this information to show up in your lives, so here you are. So if you're new here, we do cryptocurrency technical analysis and combine it with the esoteric science of Gematria, Numerology, and Astrology to understand these markets. If you haven't already subscribed and you like what we're doing here, feel free to subscribe, give this video a like, and share this channel with other conscious people to help grow this community. For those of you who are looking to learn how to do technical analysis and combine it with Gematria, I have the Mastermind course, which is currently on sale with my biggest discount yet. You can qualify for that discount by becoming one of my Patreon supporters and then emailing me your name on Patreon. My email is in the description box, and the instructions for the Mastermind course sale is in the pinned comment below. So let's get into the video. Here we are. We are in the eye of Ra. The storm has sucked us in. And I'm going to explain a little bit more into Jupiter and Saturn and the crucial understanding that comes along with those two celestial bodies. We could do that by getting into Gematria. So yesterday being April 22nd, 2021, written out as such, giving you the 24 in Chaldean. And my work has been heavily centered around this 24 and 42 connection, and the 24 symbolism coming back to Jupiter, the logo of Jupiter being the 2-4. Of course, it's the sickle and the upside down cross, and that gives you an understanding as to the satanic aspects of this all. But more importantly, you have the 24 and how this all ties together. And yesterday, April 22nd, being Thursday, or Thor's Day, the Thor connection, because Thor is associated with the planet Jupiter. Again, this all ties together. Thor's father is Odin with the 24, and you start to see how this unravels. This is all connected to Saturn and Jupiter. As above, so below, like 24, and with Saturn with the 42. And Saturn has the rings, 24, which is all connected back to Rome with the 24 and the 21 connection. But the 24 being critical into all of this. Again, this is all ran by our good friends 22, like yesterday's date was 22, and this is all coming back to the 21, 24, or 42 connection like Saturn. These numbers are critical. They keep coming up time and time again, and every time we get closer to this date, and again, you know, near the end of the month, we're seeing these 21, 22, 23, 24, and then it all leads into full moons. And I was discussing last week how this new full moon has a lot of Gematria connections to, the market, and how we've transitioned into Taurus. So Another thing to bring up with the 24 would be York, with the 24, which is the name for New York, which has the 111. And the reason the 111 is so important is because yesterday was the 111th day of the year. You can see right here, April 22nd, 2021, the 111 date. And I was telling you guys how I was looking into Rosh Hashanah and how Rosh Hashanah is 222 days away from our target date, which is it's the 18th of September, right there, and the 28th of April, the 222 date being very critical. It's 2 days after the next full moon, which is coming in 3 days. So this whole time frame, I was expecting chaos. I was expecting chaos all around the 420 date, and we're getting that. And as you can see, we've peeled back quite significantly from this April 14th date down through here. So all roads lead to Rome, right? That's the saying. The 21 and the 24, which tomorrow will be the 24th of April on a Saturday, which is Saturn. So you have all roads lead to Rome, but I say all chaos spills from Saturn, the 21. So let's get into the video. Let's get into the charts. We are going to show a little bit back into the past and what could be occurring right now and how this whole thing could have been just a big reset. The reason I'm using the word reset is because reset equals 22 and yesterday being the 22nd, and how that all comes together, because the buyback of this dip that we saw last night was insane. Seeing VeChain pull back 40% from the top and then getting bought back, I think about, 40% from the bottom. It's almost like this crash that happened last night was a reset. It's almost like it never even happened. With a lot of these altcoins that held up really strong, it was amazing to see such a thing where it peeled back so quickly and then came back into reality so quickly. But I don't want to get off the rails here. I want to focus on the big boys, which are XRP and Bitcoin. And let's get into Bitcoin really quickly. So first, we're seeing this chart is still holding amazing support. There hasn't been any like death candles like you're seeing with things like Theta or with XRP. So Bitcoin, as it's grown and become more mature, it has held its gains and it maintains its position a lot better than a lot of the other cryptocurrencies. Again, it's a huge reason why I like a Bitcoin heavy portfolio, because it's not about just making money, it's about protecting wealth. A lot of people disregard such a thing. And people were telling me that this whole pullback was happening because of the Joe Biden capital gains tax. Okay, that isn't even real. The 40-something% capital gains tax, that's a rumor. That's not even going to happen this year. That could happen in the future, but that's not even real. This market wouldn't be acting the way it's acting today if that was true. Look at this. The Dow Jones is up 200 points right now, guys. Don't fall for the news. Don't fall for the broken compass. It's bullshit. The reason this dump happened was because of what I just showed you. It was the 111th day of the year on the 22 date in the month of Venus as we transition into Taurus before a very serious full moon. Again, all of this leading to the 117th day of the year, which is the 222nd day of the Hebrew calendar. This is all what matters. None of the news matters. It's the astrology, the numerology, and the gematria that matters. Now that we've got that out of the way, this was a very fast pullback. Bitcoin sitting on the RSI at 31 is pretty wild to see. It's the lowest RSI we've seen since basically the month of September. Like I was mentioning yesterday, I was seeing a lot of connections between this current dip that we were experiencing and September. And we could actually be in this phase right here of September 2nd through basically the first week, the first couple days of September. Go back and study that, look at what it did to the altcoins, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So this bearish divergence is still playing out nicely across the board, and it's just going to be there until it's time for this market to reset. And I think that the next move up for Bitcoin is going to be massive, like $100,000 Bitcoin. And this is the reason this is gonna make, well, the reason this makes sense is because the 21-week moving average, which we're getting close to, it's around 44,000 at this time. You could see this orange moving average right here sitting at 44,000. We're basically right there. We're like a sneeze away from touching the 10%. Again, this 10% for Bitcoin will be 20 or 30% for the altcoins. So this is going to be the best buying opportunity we possibly can get if this occurs. It's not out of the cards. Like, I mean, we have to see how this goes. I don't want to harp too much on Bitcoin because I think you guys get it now. All the people that have been following my work that are very heavy XRP holders, they hate it when I tell them that Bitcoin is all that matters when it comes to price action. They start like short circuiting, but I tell them I am a heavy XRP holder. It's my second biggest holding. I'm in tune with reality here. XRP doesn't really do shit when it comes to the way that this whole market operates. It's irrelevant. The same thing with Ethereum. It's very irrelevant. If Bitcoin wants to pull back, everything will pull back. So people just need to understand that. I'm not saying that out of emotion. I'm saying that out of the truth. It's just the truth. So please understand that Bitcoin has some room to the downside, so that's potential room to the downside for all the other altcoins. This would be bullish. This move we're seeing right now is bullish as fuck. It's the best opportunity you'll have to buy since back here in September. And again, look at what happened after a couple weeks of flat consolidation. This market peeled to the upside. So this same move of 130 days, 450% for Bitcoin. I would imagine that that might even be less of a percentage gain after this move up. So if we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and start heading up, then yeah, this is like what's possible over that 113-day span. Let's see where that would put us. Yeah, that would put us sometime into September, and you're looking at a $230,000 Bitcoin in the same similar move. And that's not weird. That would not even be weird. We could probably hit up to 100,000 on the next run before a consolidation. And when that does that, Bitcoin will probably regain dominance. And as it regains dominance and starts getting back to like the mid 50s, maybe 60 level, if that's possible, the altcoins will chill. But then remember, when Bitcoin moves up 200, 300%, what do the altcoins do? They move up 2,000 to 3,000%, maybe even 5,000% in some cases. So this is just, we're halfway through the bull run. This whole move needed to happen. It is kind of bearish to be seeing the cross on the weekly MACD for Bitcoin, which is indicating that this quick buyback we're getting on Bitcoin and all these altcoins is just an exuberant buyback after such a quick sell-off. These altcoins probably have a lot more room to the downside. I'm not going to get too deep into individual altcoins, but I will get into XRP quickly, and then I'm going to wrap up this video. So let's look right here to this chart. We are seeing something happen that we've been talking about, which was a sub $1 XRP, and that's exactly what we got yesterday. If you can see right here, the low was 86 cents, and I was bringing up to the mastermind community yesterday, watch us hit the 86 cent. And the reason for that was because it's what Ripple equals in the most pure cipher. And we literally perfectly wicked down to that 86 cent, and now we're back having resistance at that $1.11 range, the 111, which yesterday was the 111 date, the 111th day of the year. So why do you think XRP is getting that resistance? It's because right back here, the April 6th, April 7th resistance, was a crystal ball into the resistance we were probably going to see in the event that we broke through this 1618, which I brought up yesterday. Technical analysis is crucial at this time. It shows you everything and how it's going to operate. So as this was moving up, I was saying, yeah, watch, we're probably going to get a sub $1 XRP eventually. And I was drawing out the 30-day cycle. And everyone was commenting, no, that's impossible. It's never going to happen. How could that? This is it. XRP is going to the moon. And I was trying to tell them, that's your emotion talking. You're an emotional being. And when you're emotional, you don't think logically. Here, we're not worried about your emotions. This isn't therapy. This is spitting the truth. This is the facts. And we got that 86 perfectly. Which again, if you've been following my work, Gematria for Ripple equals 86, and here we are. And now I suspect we could possibly have a trading range once we close below this 34 moving average. We could have a trading range that even wicks down to the 76-cent level and does something like this. Like a quick, sharp move to the downside. It's going to be really hard to buy. These wicks, when you see the way they get bought up so quickly, it's because there's a lot of buying pressure, which is telling you we're still in a bull run. If this shit just fell straight down, you would know, like it would make a lot of sense. But you see, whenever we get these exuberant moves like we saw here on April 18th, we got a nice big buyback. And then we come up, we see resistance and continue to the downside. And that's probably what's going to happen now. Unless this was a full-blown shakeout into the full moon, the odds are this market has a little more to give back, build more strength for XRP at this $1 level, which is what I was saying back here. Please, no, not even that, back here. If you go back to like early March, I was saying the best thing that could possibly happen for XRP would be a breakout above $1 and then come back and treat a $1 XRP as a new support. Please watch that and you'll see exactly why I was saying all of that, and that's how it all is playing out as we speak. Even though we dipped significantly below that $1 range, that quickly, I would say, it wasn't significant. It was just a significant move for how quick it happened. Look at how we're right back above $1. That's good. That's very healthy. XRP coming back to backtest these levels is healthy. It's exactly what we want. So with that being said, I'm going to end this here. I hope that was valuable for all you guys. Again, if you're trying to learn more about cryptocurrencies and technical analysis and how to combine it with the esoteric science of Gematria, feel free to email me in the description box below. And then in the pinned comment, I have instructions to take advantage of the best sale that I've had yet. Mastermind course for $80 if you become a Patreon supporter. That's a one-time payment, by the way. So I also accept crypto for anyone who wants to pay with crypto. I've had a lot of people asking me about that. And with that being said, enjoy the rest of your day in the Matrix. Much love.